The soft light of morning whispers a wake-up call. Reflections of fall frame bubbling brooks that snake through a city dotted in kayaks. Just about an hour and a half from Boston, Franklin is the smallest of New Hampshire's 13 cities, nestled at the juncture of the Pemigewasset and Winnipesaukee rivers. It has seen its economic struggles over the years, but revitalization is coming, in part from that source: water. That and one man's mission to bring whitewater rafting to the center of a city.
I wanted to see if the sport that I love the most could revitalize a town. And ever since I kind of made that commitment, it has.
Marty Parashon grew up in New Hampshire and was inspired by whitewater parks while living out west.
I've been paddling since 2000. That's a long time, and I've been a lot of different places. The place that had the biggest impact on me was Colorado. Colorado is great at outdoor infrastructure, right? 50 cents from every dollar that goes into the lottery system of Colorado goes back into free amenities for the communities.
In 2015, Parashon opened his downtown Franklin shop, Outdoor New England, on the same day he started the nonprofit Mill City Park. Franklin's downtown was like so many other former mill towns, struggling to find its identity among buildings falling into disrepair. So he approached the city with an idea: build a whitewater park within the river that already passed through downtown.
Coming out of nowhere, meeting with city officials saying you have an idea that's going to perhaps reinvent their town, perhaps drive commerce to their town, is a hard sell.
There would be years of fundraising, and like any good sport, obstacles to overcome. But in 2021, Parashon and his partners opened the first of what will be 3 features in Mill City Park. So this is it? This is the water park?
Yes. Every time somebody new comes, it's like incredibly fulfilling. Not to say that they are here because of me or what I was doing, but certainly the whitewater park was a piece, of the mosaic that makes the town awesome.
Several years ago, there were 2 places to eat on Central Street. Today, there are 5, including Vulgar Brewing Company.
The original definition of the word vulgar is language of the common people. And so we're kind of going with that angle. It's a place for everybody.
Damon Lewis is one of 4 co-owners who moved from Texas to New Hampshire after a serendipitous meeting. The Vulgar team was looking to open a brewery, and Marty Parashon, well, he was making the rounds, looking to add beer to his brewing downtown expansion.
It is arguably the reason that we even opened here. Whether it was open at the time, it was the motivation.
They figured whitewater rafting and beer might flow well together. In 2018, they purchased a building that some in the city wanted to tear down.
This building had sat empty for 15 years. It took a lot of effort.
Now it's a 250-barrel-a-year brewery.
We brew mostly what we like to drink.
From European-style lagers to a New England IPA, aptly named Mill City, Vulgar chefs also serve up some tasty bites, fresh from the oven pizzas and twists. They make all their dough from scratch. A bit north of downtown, we follow the winding dirt roads to Veterans Memorial Recreation Area, where we find Tom Gumbart cutting to the heart of community pride here. You just come on out with your clippers. You just carry these in your car?
Yeah, no, it's good to have some protection.
Gumbart is a member of the Franklin Outing Club, volunteers who maintain and help build new dreams on this hill.
The new downhill bike trail will come all the way from the top there, the summit.
They're adding machine-cut dirt biking trails, the first ace of spades last year, building more hype around this community so focused on outdoor recreation.
I came up here by recommendation of a guy that was at the bike shop where I bought this, and he told me about this place, so I came up here, and it's pretty awesome.
We caught up with Connor Worth after his ride on the trail.
Pretty tough. This place being free to the public is pretty nice. I would say it's a hidden gem for sure.
That's exactly what this community, powered by volunteers, ideas, and yes, water, is hoping to hear more of.
It was a thriving community when the mills were here, and when they left, the city kind of had some times that weren't as booming, and now we're kind of resurrecting that.
As more people choose Franklin, right? Choose to live here because they want to live here, not because they have to live here. The pride and the community level just goes up.